Sorry, I had a
What episode is this for Groundwork Live?
6.
6.
Or 5?
Says 5.
Pretty sure it's 5 then.
Wait, hold on. Oh yeah. So we don't got a standby screen for some reason, so y'all are in there. Boom.
We're live.
We're live.
We're live?
Yep.
It's
All right.
Groundwork Live.
Hey, man. It's Groundwork Live, episode 5.
5.
You know what I'm saying? We're motherfucking rocking. We're back again. You know what I'm saying? My name is Josh Dorn. I'm here with my brother.
Oh, cheat code. Hey, how long has it been going, by the way?
Just
though?
2 seconds. Just
Oh,
right
okay. It's all good.
Yeah,
Yep.
not the whole time.
Okay, my name is Cheat Code.
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? We're in the motherfucking CSSB pod room, you know what I'm saying? AKA the motherfucking Zoo room, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to motherfucking Zoo cast. We got motherfucking Adrian Grody in the motherfucking rocket ship today, you know what I'm saying? So he back there. If you, I know you can't see him, but I'm going to point to him. He's right over here, you know what I'm saying? And he's getting shit right, making sure he's actually the person doing the camera switch and making sure the audio's straight. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to motherfucking movement. It's a whole lot of groundwork going on. But look, man, we're here to talk about some dope shit, as always, you know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about some motherfucking groundwork, you know what I'm saying? We're highlighting not only the motherfucking creatives, but also the processes that make them stupid, you know what I'm saying? It's the whole motherfucking platform on my motherfucking life. So, look, this is what me and Chico were just motherfucking hashing up right before this motherfucking live jumped in, shot my brother, you know what I'm saying? There's
3, 2, 1, go.
yeah, 3, 2, 1, go, like a motherfucker. But look, man, there's a lot of ways for artists to soak value, you know what I'm saying? And speaking to an artist being a brand in themselves, talking about the brand being the business, talking about the person now being the business, you know what I'm saying? 2 + 2 = 4, you know what I'm saying? It's all the same shit, you know what I mean? So us throwing as many events as we're doing now, I mean, this month alone, I think we were at 8. Next month alone, I think we've counted up to like 14 or 15 now. So we're doubling down on the amount of events that we're doing. And we see a lot of people in the space, and we see a lot of different types of artists, and we see people at different levels of their artistry and at different places of their career in that brand building. And we see people that are able to extract value at different levels. You know what I'm saying? We see people that come in and can extract maximum value, and we see people that come in and enjoy it like a night at the movie theater with their significant other. And it's just like a place for them to kick it, and they enjoy the night. And it's an experience, but it's not much more than that for them. You know what I'm saying? Are any of those wrong? You know what I'm saying? As I always love to say, no. But do we strongly and feel convicted about one particular way that we feel like can be the most conducive to building a brand and building a business around your music and around your artistry? Absolutely. So,
Absolutely.
so with that being motherfucking said, let's motherfucking jump into it, Chico. You know what I'm saying? What are we doing as an artist going into an event? I mean, what's the whole fucking MO, dude?
Shit. Yeah, I can go first. You damn near, as an artist, would probably have a better thought process on that. But
Yeah, that's
I
why
feel like,
I wanted to open it with you because I thought of it. You know what I'm saying?
I know. But I wanted to lead with that, you know, because you're gonna have a different perspective on like why are you going outside for when a lot of people might have other things that they have to take care of and other responsibilities that they might have to take care of. And why would you make your own outside event? That's another level of it, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have the means or capabilities, that's something that I feel like we would suggest to somebody at a certain level in their craft. You know what I'm saying? Things that we've talked about with just you and with anybody really.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, I think you go outside for a lot of different reasons. And I think every event could give you a different reason to go out. If we're talking in general, I feel like you go out to meet new people, whether that be fans or peers. You go out just to show face because there's not a lot more valuable than people just seeing you in the first place. That's the whole point of social media, right? Like, people see you, then all of a sudden they see you outside. That's like a totally different liftoff, totally different launch pad.
Yeah.
And then the third part that I think we talk about with Freestyle Fridays a lot is practice. Is like really honing in your craft and being able to go somewhere that can allow you to feel how it is to hold a mic and, you know, perform and maybe be on the spot a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, practice performing in a space that's not so incumbent on you being perfect because you're doing, you know, your live show type shit. And yeah, I mean, Freestyle Friday, like I said, if we're talking about that one, because we're not just talking about that one, but if we bring that one up first, like, that one definitely serves the purpose of, you know, we call it the gym for artists and every rapper's favorite holiday. It's it was made for the purpose of people getting together and practicing, basically. You know what I'm saying? Flexing the muscles, trying to get better at what they do and shit like that. And it's become that plus the networking and plus, you know, anything else that you can definitely achieve from it. But I don't think that there's not one thing that you can get from going outside. I think you can get like a fuck ton of things from going outside, and you don't have to limit yourself to thinking that it has to be in a specific way. You know what I mean? Like, you should be able to gain value from almost any event that you go out to. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, dude, absolutely. I mean, what I really like at the end point, because number one, I'll double down on every single motherfucking thing you said. So even though you said you thought I would have like a different perspective of artists, nope. Every single thing that you said was directly hit right on the motherfucking head. You know what I'm saying? And the big thing, there's two things I really pulled away. One thing was, you know what I'm saying, when you're talking about being in the space to meet people, I think one thing that comes heavy with that networking is knowing what hat to wear when you are doing multiple things. So it's something that I've personally struggled with, and we've had the conversations where it's like, you know, I get into a space like Freestyle Fridays. When I talk to somebody, do I introduce myself as one of the owners of CSSB? Do I introduce myself as the artist? Do I introduce myself as a video director? Do I introduce myself as a short form content guru that can fucking, you know, turn up your whole fucking social media fucking presence, right? Yeah. Whatever it may be. What's the primary thing that I'm saying? And obviously there's two steps to it. We've come to find out that you need to melt all of it together. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If there are multiple hats, you need to figure out how you can fucking encompass all of those into one thing. Yeah. And the second one being that it's going to change from experience to experience, depending on who that you're talking to and what it is that person needs from you as a brand, as a business, as something that can be a transaction of value. You know what I'm saying? So you're in the space like a Freestyle Fridays or like a poetry night, and you meet another artist. You know what I'm saying? Well, you're either going to be the artist that's like trying to collab with them, or you're the serviceman that's trying to make a beat for them, or you're the person that's going to shoot a video for them, or maybe you're both. And you're able to wear both hats, and you're able to tell them that you are both of those things. You know what I'm saying? So, but doing that with intention, I feel like at least thinking about it is like one of the big things I feel like that comes with that networking is, okay, if you're going out and you're meeting people, well, what is it that you're telling them that you can do? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What is the...
what's the draw?
What's the draw, dude? What's the transaction of value that's going to happen that's going to make this business relationship work? Because at the end of the day, if you're a brand and you're a business, back to what we were talking about, and you're going outside and you're meeting somebody, what's going to allow something to come from this so that there can be growth on both ends, hopefully, you know what I'm saying? I think they call it mutually beneficial, you know what I'm saying? So, that's number one. And the other really dope thing that I heard you talking about was, excuse me for fucking being my train of thought here, because I know I was fucking dumbing down. There was two things where as you were talking, I was like, hell yeah, fuck yeah. You know what I mean? So I know there's a second thing. But it's okay. I'm sure that'll come back to me. I'll just kind of roll onto the other kind of fresh thoughts that I was having on the subject. But as far as just artists extracting value from a space that's being offered in like a super consistent basis. So again, even if it's not just our Freestyle Fridays event, if you talk about our poetry night event, if you talk about what the Lab Rats have done with the Torch Club, if you talk about what Golden Bear was doing for a while, if you talk about what Restroom was doing for a while, you know, if you talk about these spaces that not only cultivated a space for an open mic, but cultivated a space for you to come every single week and to show face, you've seen the people that it I'm so sorry, pardon me. Whoa. Yeah, but you've seen the people that have gained value from showing up every week and being the person that was willing to get on the mic and show face and rap and do it every single day. You know what I'm saying? What was hella cool, and it's probably, I don't even know if it was subliminal or what, but Grody yesterday during the fucking Zoodcast when he was talking, as he said something, he was like, yeah, bro, you guys may have seen me at fucking Freestyle Fridays, woo, and he like skimmed past it. It was just part of what he was saying. But I was like, damn, you know what's hella crazy is he does show up every Freestyle Fridays, get on the mic, start fucking literally, bro, when I'm like looking at him like he's fucking in the conversation, but literally, bro, like I'll be talking to people, and when people are talking about the Zoodcast in reference, they'll be like, oh, is that the dude who be fucking hella like high energy, like fucking dancing when he's fucking rapping? You're like, you know what I'm saying? This has become a part of what people see just because you're consistent in showing up. And obviously that's in a micro, you know, showcase of it, but we've seen it over the course of the 5 years that we've seen these consistent events kind of rise and fucking go away. I remember, bro, I heard about Wabi from fucking Lyrics Open because he was on the flyer, like on the front of the flyer. The reason he was on the flyer was because he was already been around Lyrics Open and was over there and was doing their thing, and they had a photo of him. The same way when people fucking hit us up and they're like, bro, we've got the funny DMs about why do you fucking support Chaos the Rapper so much? Like fucking Eminem ass fucking boo boo, like just straight hater shit. And it's like, bro, he showed up every fucking week for 4 years in rap, bro. Our photographers just have hella photos of him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody said, oh, let's take hella photos of Chaos the Rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Did you see the comments recently? It was just funny stuff, but
No.
They said Sabonis going crazy. They
I'm
calling him.
fucking
They
weak.
calling him Demontis Sabonis right now.
Basketball reference I wouldn't understand. Dude.
Chaos, you look like Sabonis. Apparently.
Yeah, dude, but that's that shit. It's like, you know, showing up to these consistent events. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to people that we've seen do it here. Shout out the Kuya Flip. Shout out the Money Man. Shout out fucking dudes who, even if they don't know, bro, that dude Antone. Or Antoine. Damn, no, I think it's damn, bro. I'm so sorry I'm fucking up your name, bro. God damn. That's what you know what I'm talking about, Grody?
Anton, yeah.
Yeah, Anton. God damn. Fuck. Shout out to you, Anton. You know what I'm saying?
said
Moving. But there's motherfuckers who show up, bro, and they do their craft, and there's different levels of it. It's not like necessarily the person comes in and shuts down the room every time and is a draw. Like for somebody like Chaos the Rapper, it has been that shock value and bro just going absolutely nuts in the room. But for other artists, it's like that growth. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Zen Requiem, 2019 Freestyle Fridays original, bro. He was showing up week after week, bro. Between 2019 2020 to like 2021 2022, right after COVID, and we like lifted and shit, his growth was crazy. And it's not because of Freestyle Fridays, you know what I'm saying? But I know that showing up and getting those reps in was a part of his growth, just like it was so much for myself and other artists that really have utilized the fact that it is super ultra consistent in our city now. Like there are so many events that are allowing you to show up every week, bro. Shout out motherfucking Jakari. I remember seeing him go live with the Lab Rats like a year ago maybe or whatever, the first time that he was at the Torch Club going nuts. And then it was just like, now he can do guest hosting at the Torch Club, and that like makes sense because he's been in that space so much and people know him in that space, that this can now be your fan base of people that are going to fuck with you and help grow your livelihood in the shit. You know what I'm saying? So I digress. You know, I'll get passionate about it and really start talking about the shit, but it's like when there's these spaces to really be so consistent, and as an artist looking at what is the recipe right now for fucking getting out there and getting your fucking shit heard, it's being super consistent with all of the facets, right? So you're talking about making the music, putting the music out, marketing the music social media wise, and doing live fucking shows. If you want a fucking little four bus breakdown, you know what I'm saying? Like at least those 4 on consistent rollouts has been working, bro. It's a blueprint. It's there. You know what I'm saying? And we don't got to start listing the people. I'm not talking about going to A-list superstardom. I'm talking about making $4,000 to $8,000 a month off creating music, quitting your job, and fucking doing this for real every day.
Yeah.
It's doable. It's doable, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the label doesn't have to do it for you no more. So the events, I think, are a huge part of it, because getting those outside reps and getting those fucking, even the social validation of like clips online of being in a group of fucking 30 or 40 people while you're rapping and they're fucking going crazy to your shit, bro. People love seeing that shit online. People love to see that growth. People will share that. They will promote that. They will perpetuate that. You know what I'm saying? That all hopefully goes back to whatever your product is on the shelf, whether it's Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, or hopefully if it's like what we've been talking about, some direct-to-consumer product where you're actually selling them something, merchandise or a fucking Even project or a Patreon or some sort of fucking backend shit. But the space is there to fucking go crazy, and not only to go crazy once or twice, but to go crazy every single week in different spots in the city and go up. You know what I'm saying? So shout out the motherfucking artists that have done that and continue to do that like a motherfucker.
Yeah. It should just be momentum to continue to do other stuff as well. Obviously, you should probably get out as much as humanly possible, show-wise. I would think, you know, you get better and better every time you do it, and it just kind of makes sense. That's kind of, I guess, one of the things we talk about too, where it's like, what type of events should people be doing or focused on at this point? Because everyone's different, obviously, you know what I mean? Like, and everyone knows about the traditional, you know, performances where you send to a DJ and, you know, they perform and shit like that.
Can I input?
Yeah.
I think it's a great fucking question, and as an artist, it has my head spinning because it's something that I was talking to. Shout out Ray Knox, Luxury Through Innovation, Luxury by Innovation. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot of team shit. But bro was saying the other day, you know what I'm saying, with these pop-up events, sometimes you have to just go.
Yeah.
You just got to go to them and weed out the shit that's weak by paying with some of your time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not really a way. To look at something, and as an artist is the same thing, right? We were just having those conversations about the poetry night and the acapella nights and things like that. It's like, well, even a rapper that strictly raps and does hip hop shit, if he could come out or does even if it's something else, pop music, rock, whatever the fuck, if he can come out to an acapella night, poetry night, do some of his lyrics, because he is a writer, you know what I mean, and do some of his stuff and put it out there, and those 30 people in the room, and he can gain 2 or 3 fans. And he can now do that every week, because there's facets to do that every week. So now if you're doing that every Tuesday, and you're at Freestyle Friday every Friday, and you're at the Torch Club every Sunday, and you're, you know what I mean? So, and you're at Sacktown's Finest Market passing out your fucking business cards, and you're figuring out these different reasons to go to different venues. I think that you could really explore any fucking space where there's people that are meeting up, that it could be people that are in your demographic or your audience that you're aiming for. And if you don't know what that audience is, then you could start by probably just going to all that shit and seeing where people are even receptive to your shit. You know what I'm saying? Take a motherfucking CD player with some headphones and go tell people to shout out Gino, bro. Like when we did that, take fucking headphones and CD player and go tell people to listen to your shit and react.
You could do that at random too.
You could do that after a fucking Kings game in the Doko just because there's 5,000 people. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many spaces. It's just how bad do you want it? What do you want to go outside for? Well, you said it at the very beginning. I think the reason that you listed, if you can run back, we don't have the ability because we're in real life right now to fucking scrub back. But if y'all scrub back and listen to the fucking first 3 or 4 things that you listed about reasons to go outside, if you can do those things in a space, you should be there.
Or 1 to 2.
Yeah, I don't even think it needs to be all of it. Exactly. Like I'm saying, if you could you're 100% right. Because if you can't rap or show some of your music, but you can go and do some guerrilla marketing and hand out fucking QR codes and hand out fucking shit like that in a different space.
Just shake hands.
100%. Show face.
Make a real impression on people.
Wow. Sometimes, right? Sometimes we love to do that when we go to, and we don't talk about this often, this is some real groundwork, live shit, exclusive shit, but when we go try to breach these barriers, and for lack of a better word, like these industry barriers, and go talk in these places, in these rooms, it's like, sometimes we can't go in there and fucking turn on our cameras and fucking start fucking shooting content and fucking doing all the things that, you know what I mean? No, it's kind of just go in there and be in real life and fucking shake that person's hand and really make a lasting impression and make sure that you're fucking careful with your words and what you're choosing to say. You know what I'm saying? And fucking run that back, bro. I mean, how many times have we gotten into those positions, you know what I'm saying, where it's just like we just play our role and we fucking hold our own and we're going to run it back until the time makes sense to where it's really a moment. You know what I'm saying?
For me, this question only also comes up too because obviously up to this point we've talked only about, like, of course this is why it's valuable, and you would start with probably these consistent events. But I think about too, like when people are talking about like artists that book like venues that they can't actually like fill up, or that they jump too soon. Like they don't look as good performance wise if they're somewhere.
Oh, dude.
bigger, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, we were just in a meeting yesterday where that dude was talking about showcases. And I'm like, we don't even do showcases. You know what I'm saying? The value in that has been washed and tarnished. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're able to fucking fill a space with 1 to 2 people and then have everybody else soaking value off that to try to put fucking 14 people in a space and have everybody
more calculated, I guess.
Absolutely. Just more intention, bro.
But that's where I guess I was leading more towards of like, okay, now let's talk about what even is that next step? Like, what are you going to do? Because you probably there should almost never be a time where you stop the open mics and you do at some point want to perform in front of people, see what your draw is. But it's like you probably shouldn't pick places that are bigger than what you are at that point.
Yeah, 100%. I remember,
because isn't it all? Because okay, I'll say in terms of like the size almost doesn't matter of the event as long as you can provide the correct experience to go along with it. So I mean, you could get a bigger place, but you just have to make sure that your experience with, if it is a limited amount of people, is still just as good as if there was a bunch of people there. You know, so I guess I just feel like that is lost upon artists, and I guess even people who throw the shows in general when they do these things. You know what I'm saying? Like, just being more it feels like people just should be a little bit more creative with certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, still do what the meat of events are. Like, still do that, but try to find a way to get people at least a little bit more engaged. You know what I'm saying? Something that, you know, you're making ticket sales off of it, so why not do a little bit more? Go the extra mile. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. I mean, even on the back end, in simplest terms, fucking turn off the fucking back vocals at the very least. Give us a backtrack that's blank that you're actually rapping over. You know what I'm saying? If that step is already accomplished, then your next step is get some live instrumentation involved. You know what I'm saying? This is just on the most basic performance terms, but I think you're even just talking to the cultivation of the experience. And I know it's things we talked about early. And
and that's part of it.
Yeah, dude, shout out to Russell and Good Company. I remember early conversations when we were talking and listening to their fucking Free Game Fridays and shit when they're talking about like, you know what I'm saying? If you can put fucking 30 people in a small venue, then you don't need a big venue. You know what I'm saying? If you're not fucking selling 70 tickets, then you don't. If you're not selling fucking 1,000 tickets, you don't got to go to Ace of Spades. You know what I'm saying? You could literally be, hey man, long live XL Smoke Shop. You know what I'm saying? XL Smoke Shop gave a lot of motherfucking artists opportunities to throw their own showcases. Motherfuckers that said, you know what? I would love to be able to host a space where I can say, hey, come fuck with my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come listen to my music here. Fucking, we're gonna kick it for the night. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna kick it with 30 of my fans and make them even more invested in what I've got going on. You know what I'm saying? And make me leave that space and go tell other people, hey, bro, you see what fucking Chewy just ran back XL Smoke Shop? Shit was tight as fuck, bro. Make sure y'all go, you know what I'm saying? Woo, like that's that real grassroots fucking shit.
Or even with somebody with half that, you know, because that's kind of what I feel like we're almost talking to in the sense of like, if you have, you know, you said 30, if you have something closer to 10 or 15, you could take 10 or 15 people to an XL Smoke Shop and like perform your music, but like maybe play your favorite video game or something on it. Remember when you had the TV and shit like that?
Yeah, dude. Maybe a live Q&A with your fucking studio audience.
He had the fucking the glassware in there. You know what I'm saying? Like do something that actually like endears you to your 10 or 15 people, because I feel like that's gonna go further with those 10 or 15 people, and those people are gonna, like you said, tell more people with even more conviction because you've given them something that they can't get somewhere else.
So you go to these open mics, you develop 10 to 15 fans that fuck with you at the open mics. Then you find a space where you can host it by yourself and host your own little fucking experience where you pull these people in and you fucking cultivate something that's more than what they got at the open mic, which was what? Just hearing your music. So now you've got to get creative and showcase some of you. You know what I'm saying? And get a little versatile.
That's what they're buying.
That's what they're buying, bro. They're buying you and your opinions. You know what I'm saying? On my motherfucking life. Shout out my brother Cheat Code. You know what I'm saying?
You actually brought up something that was interesting too when you mentioned Jakari and the Lab Rats, that he went to those open mics, because I don't think they were always at Torch Club, but they were somewhere else. But he started going to those just because he wanted somewhere to perform and shit. And in the same way that Chaos has done with us, he showed up enough and was dope enough and endearing enough, because that's really what it is, right?
Right, all three of those in tandem.
Where it makes sense, right?
Or whatever, parallel.
But to where they allow him now to do a little bit more than somebody who's just coming in for the open mic. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, like a guest host, like somebody who you might actually showcase. You know what I'm saying? Now you might even have the venue on accident. You know what I'm saying? Because you've established that relationship first, instead of,
if Chaos the Rapper walked up to us and said, hey, I want to throw a fucking show that's a Chaos the Rapper show and fucking have all my fucking people come out here and we're going to fucking, it's going to be a donation based, fucking everybody's paying $5 at the door and turning up Chaos and we're just supporting the movement, and this is literally, we're going to be able to help be a part of putting $300 or $400, $500 in Chaos's pocket. Come on, brother.
yeah.
So if you listen to this, Pete,
But
we're not clipping that part either.
But that came
if he
from,
listens to this, if he listens to this, you know what it is.
But that came from him showing up every single time, and then him showing up when called upon,
right,
almost every single time. That doesn't just come from your idea that you could do something dope. That comes from you showing that you can be valuable to the people that you're trying to convince.
Man, you just hit a nail on the head. Clip this. If we're gonna clip anything, clip this. Shout out my brother motherfucking Maggiano. You know what I'm saying? Before you try to extract value from any community, you should insert it. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter what it is. It don't matter what it is. This is so full circle. It's exactly what we just talked about when we said we go into these spaces. You know what I'm saying? When we go into a, shout out fucking Gino having us inside of KMEL. You know what I'm saying? When we're in these radio stations, it's just like, bro, you play your motherfucking role. You know what I'm saying? And you do your motherfucking thug, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you fucking really build those relationships, build that rapport, bro. And you try to figure out how you can insert value before I say, hey, can you spin my song?
And you even go a step further, because you don't stop inserting value.
No, you never stop. You never stop.
Because that's where people fuck up too. They insert value, they start, and then at some point they think they've done enough.
Right.
And now it's time to. Now I can kind of reap what I sowed. And stop doing the shit.
It's not how it goes, man. Look, man, if you're in this shit because you're trying to fucking blow up and kick your feet back and think you're going to have 365 days off in the year, listen, you're talking about A-list celebrities. You're talking about people that are in super rich shit. And I'm going to tell you what, bro, Groundwork is not here to sell you a dream on how to get super rich. You know what I'm saying? We're here to sell you a dream how to do some groundwork and get you to a real motherfucking space where you can really create a livelihood with this shit, because this is 2024 and you can do that shit, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You do not have to go to motherfucking college and go work a job that you don't even fuck with for real. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to drop out of school and go serve food like the 70% of people that are in our generation do. You don't have to go get a motherfucker. You don't got to go do motherfucking CDL driving. You don't got to become a cop. You don't got to do none of that shit all my life. If you want to, great. And some of it's necessary. Like we talk about, I got a job right motherfucking now. You know what I'm saying? On my motherfucking life.
That's your first investor, as people like to say.
Right. This is your first investor. So this is what we talk about doing so we can build the shit that we're building out, bro. But this is something that's very real, that we believe that if you just take seriously and get your head out of your motherfucking ass, events could be some of the very first most vital places that you could really get your name and your brand out there. You know what I'm saying? And God forbid you do an event outside of your hometown. God for fucking bid, dude, that you go outside and do one, bro, and fucking you get 30 fans in fucking Minnesota, and we could start that trickle down. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Party Alone and John Wild.
Yeah. If nobody watched, for anybody who didn't watch the Chewy podcast episode, that was one of his main points of advice to acquire more artists, was to go any and everywhere that they would listen to you, and even focusing in more on places that don't usually have maybe shows, or that are less impacted or smaller, because you might be able to draw in a little bit more people, or you for sure have new people somewhere like that. You know what I'm saying? Remember that story that he talked about, where he went to a fucking town that hadn't had a rap show in 10 years.
Yeah, and he was a fucking superstar.
You know, by accident. You know what I'm saying? Just in that little town. But the little town got him, you know, however many fans it was. And that was just all added on to the things that...
And if you're tuned into how music marketing has worked for the fucking... You know, actually, let me word this like this. Let me rephrase. Scratch that. If you're not tuned into how music marketing has worked for the last fucking 30 years, let me give you the best fucking music marketing happening right here. Bro, this song is tight. Have you heard this? Boom, bum, boom. You know what I mean? And the shit come on, bro. And those spaces cultivate those types of fans. Those spaces cultivate that person to leave that space, go back to work the next day and say, bruh, I fucking went to this shit yesterday. Look at bro going crazy. You know what I'm saying? And man, we could talk about it, bro, because right then there's the opposite experience, right? Because we talk about if the experience is not cultivated, bro.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
we don't even got to drop the artist name, but me and you've talked about this, where I went to that fucking more mainstream artist show. You know what I'm talking about? I went to a show, bro.
That.
I was damn near a super fan. You know what I'm saying? Damn near a super fan, bro from fucking over there somewhere, from fucking Michigan or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But went to a show and I was just like, what the fuck? So disappointed, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That was the one with like 16 artists ahead of him.
Right? Yeah. 16 artists ahead of him, and he showed up on some bullshit. Wasn't even out there for a full set. Was half-assed. Song was playing in the back. It literally felt like I just got hoed.
That was
for
a money
fucking
play, bro.
Yeah. That's what it felt like.
That's what,
I felt like I got hoed for $45 or whatever I paid. $50.
And that's what becomes obvious now more to people now too, is because it's, you know, stuff like that has been going for so long that before that was easier to get away with, and now it's like people will still get away with it, obviously, but it's harder. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very obvious what that is now,
right?
At this point in the music time.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. Go outside, go to events, shake hands, kiss babies. Rap your music where they'll let you.
Yep.
Rap your music on beats that aren't yours. Rap your music on live instruments that you don't know the BPM. Rap fucking, dude. Do it all. You know what I'm saying? Do it all. You know what I'm saying? Make them tell you stop on my motherfucking life. You know what I'm saying?
Two more things before we wrap up. Gino had a show on Saturday that was at the venue of his first show ever. That was a relationship cultivated.
All my life.
That's tight. And then since you already mentioned La Russell, that's an easy one just because he does shows in his backyard now. So it's like he decided that he would give a little bit more of himself to people by putting himself in a backyard setting. And obviously it started a little bit bigger than maybe some people would have, but like literally if you have a backyard, you could invite your fans to a show. You know what I mean?
Look, Russell and Nip both talked about it, which is so tight because I don't think people often see how many fucking similar things that these fools have said. You know what I'm saying? But literally, at one point, Nip was talking about fucking. It was actually in the shit that you posted. Nip was talking about how you shouldn't be trying to go to where your fans are. It's not like you're a quarterback leading a pass and you have to see where your receiver's at and you got to drop the ball where they're going to be running to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's more like you're in control of where you're going and they're going to be there if they're the ones that are supposed to be there. Yeah, you're the leader. You know what I'm saying? And LaRussell had made a statement about like, yeah, dude, don't go and do shows because that's what people are saying. Don't do the 7 to 10 show because that's what everybody else is doing. If you want to be the guy that has people outside at Sunday at 2 p.m., well, you should start building that now.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
and I'm saying you should probably not just fucking start throwing your showcases at 10 p.m. and say, well, the first time that I'm going to put myself out there, I'm going to go try to lock in with the venue that lets me run at 10 p.m. So
That
super
goes,
dope, bro.
Yeah, that goes full circle to everything that we talk about because that's also the change, the shift in the music now because you couldn't do that before. You can do something similar to that. You know, over the years, it's just gotten more and more prevalent that you could do these things. So take advantage of them, basically.
On my life, bro. You know what I'm saying? On my motherfucking life, bro. Hey, man. I just dropped my third project of the motherfucking year early on Patreon. You know what I'm saying? JoshJordan.com. You'll see the button right there by the art from the artist. You know what I'm saying? On my motherfucking life. I'm on the motherfucking next this year. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my brother Cheat Code, executive production on the back end of all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Literally couldn't do it without him. You know what I mean? I'm sourcing beats. Really cool. Just inside, I'm sourcing beats from all the producers in the space. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting beats from fucking Cheat Code, Yeti, Connor, X James, Job Low, Omari, fucking, you know what I mean? Tapping in with Froze. Like, we're just trying to get as many beats as I can from different folks. Yvette, Acre, like, bro, really stepping out. So doing that, all in-house projects. But again, once I get these files back, I got to run them to my boy, make sure he gets those masters right, make sure he gets the levels right, bro. He really takes care of me every motherfucking time, man. So shout out to City Sound Soundbite Movement. Make sure you tap in with the 12 projects we're dropping this year, you know what I'm saying, on my motherfucking life, accompanied, of course, with visuals on visuals on visuals, you know what I'm saying? So it's a whole lot of groundwork going on, man, you know what I'm saying? Cheat Code, you got any final words, my brother?
Go outside. That's it.
Go outside, man. Stop being a lazy piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? On my motherfucking life. Look, I'm gonna end it like this. I'm gonna just read this shit off just so these motherfuckers could know what the fuck is going on.
Being a lazy piece of shit.
Yeah, look. This is what we're doing in motherfucking. Oh, that's the wrong calendar. That's crazy. Okay, well, look, man. We're doing fucking poetry nights every single Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Pull up, do your acapella stuff. We're doing freestyle Fridays every single Friday. You know what I'm saying? We've got comedy nights we're putting together. We got motherfucking battle producer shit that we're talking about. We got producer nights popping up. Listen, man, there's about to be 3, 4, 5, 6 active things going on every single motherfucking week right here in the Broadway Alley. So stay tuned to fucking, and it's about to be way the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Come pick up your motherfucking value. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to give you no motherfucking fish, but I'm going to give you this little fishing pole on my life. Groundwork.
I'm just kidding.
1 second.
I hope it ended like that.